Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Lechtech Musar podcast. We continue with Pele Yoeitz. We are day 22 of Hachzik, page 62 in the art scroll. So we are deep, knee-deep in the sugyas of Shalom Bayis, of a husband's obligations to his wife and a wife's obligations to his husband, and now we focus on finances and how they are a common source of strife in the home. And now we're going to teach the proper attitude that one/the couple should have. There are unfortunately some women who lack the proper understanding of matters and contend with their husbands when they cannot provide for the needs of their home. But this is a great foolishness. So Mamar Shach, either way, if her husband is an ani, he's a pauper, and he cannot afford his basic means, his pain and his anxiety about the situation, as well as his busha, his cherpa, his shame and his humiliation, in that he's embarrassed to reveal to his wife that he cannot provide their needs, is certainly enough for him to suffer with. It's belittling, it's a cherpa, it makes a person feel terrible. And the fact that he has to tell his wife, and his wife knows this, it's tremendously painful. And therefore, if this is the case, where the husband is a dal the evin, he can't rub two pennies, he can't pay the daily, the weekly, the monthly bills, it's tremendously painful. And the wife must act with intelligence, with seichel, with empathy, and never do or say anything that will add pain onto his pain. Adrabah, to the contrary, she should comfort her husband with sweet words coming from her lips, and she should say as follows: she should talk like a balas bitachon, a woman of valor, a person who really understands and has a appreciation or recognition that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the Kol Yochel, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is truly in charge of the finances, HaKadosh Baruch Hu can turn any situation from darkness to light, and anything can happen, and she just say, Al Titztar, don't worry, don't trouble yourself regarding a lack of money, for surely Hashem will not reject us forever. Hashem knows, Hashem is with us. Hashem is very aware of the situation. And happier days are yet to come, when we will be satiated and we'll have food and we'll be well off. And if she's the top level, top tier balas bitachon, she'll tell the husband that even if we don't have money and we can't pay our bills and we don't know what's going to be and we don't know where the money is going to come from, the food, the bread, the chicken, whatever it is, I don't know. But one thing I can know is that even if HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not provide us in this world, and it's shver and it's tight and we're worried and we're filled with anxiety, but at least our respite will be when our table will be full of plenty in the world to come, and we cannot be upset that our lot in this world is difficult. So this is a very high level. I don't know anyone who tells this to their husband, but it's always kedai to infuse ourselves with this truth, and that's what the woman should come. If they're in a terrible situation, first attempt, if she's a lower level, which is a very high level for us, or extraordinary and perhaps seems unattainable, but the first level, which is extraordinary, is she should tell her husband, don't worry, it's okay, I'm not going to add pain onto your pain, and you're such a great guy, and you're trying your best, and Hashem is going to take care of us. There's going to be brighter, happier days. But if she's a real high level, she's going to say, even without that, I don't know what's going to be. I'm not going to promise you the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know what's going to be in the future. But don't worry. The saving grace, the silver lining, is that that our table, our future, our Yishuv Adas in the next world is going to be Male V'Dashin, is going to be plenty and filled with ruchnius and with bitachon, and that's something that we don't want to compromise, we don't want to jeopardize in this world, and we're just going to go through it. That's what the wife should say. Because as Chazal say, you can't be zeicha, you can't merit 2 full tables, rich reward in the next world, and to be rich in this world. And ultimately, this world is hevel v'rik, is worthless and empty. And if we could choose for ourselves one of the two, we would certainly choose plenty in the next world. And therefore, let's work together to be satisfied with our meager income and place our trust in the Kol Yachol. And she should continue and say, Yakum avi achol b'simcha lachmecha ki gam al alechem levad yichya adam. And she should say, rise up, my master, and eat your bread with joy, with whatever you do have. For in truth, a person can survive good and well with bread alone. And she should react to their lack of money by telling him these divrei tanchumin, these gems, these pearls of not chizik but truth, and this will be able to be mefayis him and keep him relaxed and keep him in a state of yishuv hadas, of simcha, and ultimately through all this, through all the pain, through all the mud that they seem to be trudging through, they'll be able to come to Kadosh Baruch Hu and not just be okay, certainly not angry, but come to Hashem with simcha and hoidah, and give thanks to Kadosh Baruch Hu for the virtuous partner with whom he was blessed. Be able to thank Kadosh Baruch Hu for this Isha's chayil, and they'll be able to come together and say, yes, HaKadosh Baruch Hu was hard, it was shvar, we didn't know where our mortgage payment is going to come from, how we're going to buy bread, how we're going to be finance our children. It was very hard, but you put us in this situation, and as we said before, Hashem never forsakes us. Lo yiznach lo yidam Hashem. Hashem doesn't forsake us, He doesn't forget us, He will not reject us. And if this is what you decided, then this is our lot. Matev chalkeinu, this is what you decide, this is what's best. I believe in you, command of Rahman al Tav Ovid, and they'll be able to come to Hashem with peace and harmony, not just as individuals, but as a couple that endured this situation, not by falling apart, but with resilience, with strength, and realizing that they can even come to a place of haidah, of thanks to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the situation, and they'll be zeiche to a shulchan molei deshna l'olam haba, a table filled with plenty in the next world to come.